It's Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Remember to like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you really want to support the channel, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to this channel if you really want to help it. And hit that bell notification so that you are alerted when the newest video drops. Also, make sure to come over to my Patreon channel. Really helps to support this channel, helps to get the message out. I can speak a little bit more openly over there. But let's get right into it today. So much happening. Many of us have been watching the precious metals market. And metals got absolutely hammered today. But silver is up nearly 3% right now as I make this video. It is north of $27, climbing back up nearly 3%. Gold's up about $650. So it's very interesting to see how it was smashed down again today, but it's trying to rebound tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out this evening and where we're at tomorrow. But, you know, when I look at the metals and I look at the attention it has gotten the last few days, and we're giving, I think, a lot of credit to Reddit for this surge that we saw in silver. But was it really all of the Reddit people that came over? Is there any proof that it was the Reddit raiders, the Reddit followers who pushed silver up to $30? There isn't any proof. What we do know is silver has continually been going up. Gold continually going up. They're both down a little bit right now from their highs, no doubt. But you know, we still have gold over $1,800. We have silver over $27. And nothing bad has happened yet. And when I see how quick gold and silver can be sold out, I mean, a lot of gold is sold out. Silver, expect 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 week delays. Silver Eagles, random year, are going anywhere from $36 to $38 right now. Inventory is so lean. And this just didn't happen over the past few days. The CEO of BULLION, I watched a video of his a few nights ago. He said that January, they sold more silver than any time in the history of their company. That was in January. It wasn't Reddit raiders. It wasn't anything other than a lot of people seeing the dangers with this economy. This is a sandcastle. And everybody knows that a massive tsunami is coming. So it doesn't really matter who it was or what it was. What does matter is, do you have it? Are you preparing for this tsunami? Because I don't believe gold and silver need any help. They're going to get plenty of help with all the money printing, with all the quantitative easing, with all the the dollar devaluation. It's not going to need any help. The question is, how hard will it be to acquire it, and what will the real prices be when the sandcastle, the stock market, collapses? I mean, you can't buy it right now. And they are doing everything they can to suppress the price of gold and silver. Just look at the massive amount of paper that they're spilling onto the market to try and squash the price of silver right now. They can't get it back down to $12, $13 like they would love to do. They can't do it. And if it's getting this hard to get right now, imagine what happens when things collapse. Imagine where the price goes. Again, BULLION came out and told everybody, January, they'd never have ever seen sales like that back in January. When you buy silver, and when I buy it at least, I buy it as an investment. I buy it, I put away, I don't think about it. So what's happened in the past couple days? You know, silver went to $30, yay, cool. Now it's back down to 27. Could be back up to $30 tomorrow. Nobody knows. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it doesn't matter to me. I put it away, and I really pray and hope I never ever have to use it. I really hope I never have to use it, because I know when that day comes, this country is going to look like a whole different place. So silver inventory now is wiped out. You're looking at $8 to $10 premiums. And delivery is going to take weeks, probably 4 to 8 weeks. So this is why I've been saying over the past couple of years, buy this stuff when it's cheap. It's still extremely cheap. It's going to go a lot higher. Question is when, and what is going to provoke it to go much higher? When will they lose control and no longer be able to manipulate it? That day's coming, ladies and gentlemen. If you think that this country is going to survive on stimulus checks, an economy that produces nothing, massive debt, $28 trillion, global debt, $277 trillion, a dollar that buys absolutely nothing. If you think that this is going to continue on forever, you're sadly mistaken. What we have seen now is we've seen some light shed onto the metals market, onto the precious metals market, and now people are beginning to think a little bit. I must say, more people are waking up. I must say that I've never seen a time where more people are awake. More and more people see what's going on, and the precious metals, especially silver, got some light shed on it, and people have seen it, and people are asking questions, and people are going, hey, maybe I should own some of that. Why do they keep manipulating? Why do they keep suppressing it? Why do they keep using all that paper to keep crashing the price of silver? What do they have against silver? They don't want to see silver and gold go up because it's massive competition for the US dollar, and it is a barometer to the economy. When things get bad, when the dollar gets weak, typically metals go up. It is a barometer. And when people get scared and they get nervous, they buy gold and they buy silver. And we're seeing countries getting nervous, and we're seeing central banks getting nervous. And this is why they've been stockpiling so much gold. I think a lot of people are waking up to the fact that you must be holding something real. You can gamble. 80% of all day traders lose. They go broke. You need to be investing, in my opinion, is how I look at it, is I'm not out gambling. I gamble a little bit in mining stocks, but I'm not betting everything I have, and I'm not betting my entire savings in these markets. And a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are addicted. They're addicted gamblers, and they see this market only going up. They believe that the Fed will save it every time there's a correction, and these people are going to lose. I'm investing in my future. I'm protecting my wealth. That's why I own precious metals. But we have way too many gamblers out there, and they are going to learn a valuable lesson when they get wiped out, and it's going to be too late. And again, I want to go back to the massive amounts of paper that are getting slammed onto the COMEX. The COMEX added over 20 million ounces of silver per trading day in the last 3 days. And nobody seems to ever ask or talk about that in any of these business channels. They never want to talk about the jobless numbers, which we'll see this Thursday. They don't want to talk about the 900,000 jobless claims that we see on a weekly basis. They don't want to talk about gold or silver, but they could not ignore what just happened the last couple days. And now a lot more people are aware that there's this thing called precious metals, gold and silver, and they're asking themselves, should I own some of that? Why does the system hate it? Maybe I need to own some of it. If you want to detach from the system, if you want to hurt the system, you should be buying gold and silver. Put it away. Don't worry about what it does. You just need to own it, because when this whole sandcastle comes down, you're going to have people that either have it or don't. You're going to have the haves and have-nots. And when this whole thing comes down, there's no going back and going, oh, I'm going to go buy some gold and some silver. I'm going to go buy some food and water. I'm going to go buy security. There's no second chances. When it collapses, what you have is what you have. There's no going to the store and buying these things. First off, they'll be unattainable because all the dealers will be sold out. The premiums will be so high. The prices will be so high. I truly do believe that this is a buying opportunity. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he just bought some gold yesterday. I can think of 3, maybe 4 people off the top of my head who in the last couple of days were buying gold or silver. They all know the difference between paper and metal. And more people are waking up to the fact that we are going to see a massive collapse. And that's fine for the people out there that believe that that's not going to happen, that they're going to stay in these markets and ride it out, and they'll get out just in the nick of time. Like, they're going to know when to get out. It doesn't work like that. Make sure that you are protecting yourselves. If you're making money in this market, you should be pulling some profits, and you should be buying the things that are on sale, like gold and silver. CNBC today, GameStop plunges 60%, has lost more than 70% of its value since Friday. I think it's down 80% from its high. Dave Portnoy said that he lost $700,000 between GameStop, AMC, and a couple others. He said that he believes that the CEO of Robinhood should be jailed. GameStop stock may have exploded, but traffic to the stores is still tumbling. So again, people investing in these companies, these zombie companies that don't even make a profit, right? This is where we're at. We're in the twilight zone, ladies and gentlemen. You're playing in these markets that are so fake. It's such an illusion. Massive bubbles in companies that don't even make a profit. The GameStop near my house went out of business 2 years ago. They're on borrowed time. And yet their stock can go to $500. This is where we're at. This is a melt up that is so dangerous that when it blows up, it is going to affect the entire globe. And people are just playing this as a game. They believe that there are no consequences, and big consequences are coming. Just think about where we're at today with this debt, with these massive bubbles in real estate, the massive bubbles in the stock market, the massive bubbles in the bond market, the bubbles absolutely everywhere. And people are playing the stock market like it's a video game. They believe that there are no consequences. I'm telling you, people are going to really get hurt here. Families are going to get wiped out. This country is going to pay a severe price for all the manipulation and the creation of these bubbles and allowing all this to take place. Going to get very, very, very ugly. Hedge fund behind, this is interesting. Let's see who's really making the money. Hedge fund behind AMC rescue loan made hundreds of millions in gains. So, you know, the little Robin Hooders may be making a couple bucks, but these hedge funds, who with a click of a button have access to trillions of dollars, they are going to absolutely eat up all of these small-time players in these markets. They're going to eat them up. People are going to really get hurt here, ladies and gentlemen. Article I read today, and I thought it was interesting to talk about. It's titled "Next Day Anxiety Causing Millions of Americans to Struggle Falling Asleep Each Night." 41% of Americans are up all night due to anxiety, fearing the uncertainty of what tomorrow brings. When they tell us how good the economy is, I was out today and I continue to see new vacant buildings, stores that were open weeks ago are closed today. I can just imagine how many people must have anxiety, especially if you're a small to medium business owner, if you work in leisure hospitality. I could just imagine, especially my heart goes out to people with kids, just the unknown out there. 62% struggle to fall asleep each night because of anxiety about the future, and the replaying of the past day's events. So, you know, I'm sure a lot of people just lay there thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow. Is it going to be their day? Is this when they get notified that they're non-essential? They're no longer needed. the company's closing, the restaurant's closing. People are going to bed just going, gosh, I wonder if this is it. Is tomorrow it? Yeah, it's scary. People are so stressed out. And I'm sure a lot of you, please comment down below. When you go out, you can tell, you can see people are extremely stressed. I notice it the way people drive. There's people are not courteous at all. When they're driving, they cut you off. You're walking at the store, they walk right in front of you. Nobody holds the door open for anybody any longer. People don't want to get out of your way. People are honking the horn because you're not moving fast enough from the light. You can totally tell. Please comment down below. Have you noticed a difference with people's attitudes, their demeanor? Have you noticed it? I have, no doubt. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. That would be very interesting. Let me know if you've noticed a change in people's demeanor. People are not courteous at all. It seems like people really don't even have manners at this point. They're in a big hurry to go nowhere. But I don't take it personally, because I know people are hurting, and I know that people have a lot on their minds. And that person that cut you off today or blew the horn at you, hey, he might have just got fired. He might have just got laid off with 4 kids at home, 6 months behind on rent. So I don't take it personally. I understand people are really, really hurting, and there's a lot of people out there really hitting the prescription drugs. We had an incident not far from my house where an older woman, highly medicated on prescription drugs, drove over an island that divides a 4-lane road and hit a tree. She's okay. But this is what's out there. People are drinking more. They're doing more drugs. They're more stressed out. Anxiety through the roof. So be aware of that. Be cautious. And be blessed for what you have. So I want to close with this. These are very, very crazy times. Very serious times. Dangerous times. Don't take them lightly. What's happening in these markets is going to affect everybody. So don't take it lightly. And just because the markets are up doesn't mean the economy is good. Remember, the stock market and the economy are completely disconnected at this point. The economy completely fragile, but the stock market is also very fragile, just like the banking system is very fragile. Many of you still contact me, many still writing in the comments down below, sharing with all of us about the bank closures in your area. I have seen so many closures in my area, temporary closures, permanent closures, ATM closures. You guys have shared the same thing with me, that it's happening in your areas too, even to a higher degree. But we know that the banking system is fragile, and that's why you shouldn't be keeping all of your money in it. We know the stock market is fragile. It is a sandcastle, and the tsunami is coming. It won't be stopped, and the sandcastle will be smashed. And before it all happens, we are going to continue to watch things melt up. More stimulus is coming. More money printing is coming. More debt creation is coming. We're talking $1.9 trillion that will be pumped into these markets. More free money coming to people. What we're witnessing is, it's almost like out of the Wizard of Oz. I'm sure you've heard the analogy before, but these bankers are sitting behind the curtain, pushing buttons, moving levers, continuing to melt the whole system up. And when these markets go into decline and lose billions or even trillions of dollars, the people behind the curtain create more money, and they throw it back in these markets and continue to melt these markets up even more, to the point that there are no dynamics in these markets any longer. These markets are a complete illusion, just like the Wizard of Oz, just like the wizard behind the curtain. It's all an illusion. And as long as people buy into it, they can keep it limping along. But at some point, those trillions of dollars, when they become more and more worthless, aren't going to work. When you can't lower interest rates any farther, It's not going to work. The illusion will be over. The curtain will be pulled, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to see that it was a small group of people pushing buttons and moving levers, fooling everybody into this Ponzi scheme. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to lose everything. They're going to get wiped out. They will have been duped. They will have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, call it what you will, robbed. But at that point, it's too late. Those people have lost everything. They will be done. You do not want to be one of those people. Make sure that you're putting some cash away. Make sure you've got gold and silver put away, food and water, security. If you're gambling into these markets, if you're able to afford those losses, that's fine. But if you're not able to afford those losses, I would seriously think about what you're doing. If you're making money right now, you should be pulling profits and buying real assets and preparing. There is no doubt in my mind that this is going to collapse. It's going to end badly. I'm not saying that's going to happen next week, but it's going to happen. It is so obvious what is happening. Most of you, 98% of you watching this video, see it clear as day what's going on, and that's why you're preparing. I'm going to leave it there. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. God bless every one of you. Thanks for watching. Look forward to talking to all of you very, very soon.